Ladies and gentlemen, the human mind and heart are incredible in their capacity to hold memories, emotions, and experiences. Yet, when those experiences include pain, betrayal, hurt, or disappointment, they often become heavy burdens that weigh down our emotional and mental well-being. Carrying these emotional burdens from the past can cloud our thinking, sap our energy, and prevent us from fully embracing the present. Forgiveness serves as a powerful tool to release these burdens, clearing the mind and heart, and creating space for positivity and renewed vitality. When we hold on to pain and resentment, it's like carrying around a heavy backpack filled with stones. Each grievance, each hurtful memory adds weight that drags us down. This weight isn't just metaphorical. It has real effects on our mental health. Chronic anger and bitterness increase stress hormones in the body, such as cortisol, which can lead to anxiety, depression, and physical health issues. This constant emotional strain reduces our ability to think clearly, make good decisions, and engage with life enthusiastically. Forgiveness offers a release valve, a way to put down that heavy load and breathe freely again. The process of forgiveness involves consciously choosing to let go of grudges and resentments that have taken root in our hearts. This doesn't mean forgetting or condoning the wrongs done to us. Instead, it is a decision to stop allowing those wounds to control our thoughts and emotions. By releasing these emotional chains, we create mental clarity. This clarity makes room for positive thoughts, hope, and constructive energy that can propel us forward. Forgiveness cleanses the mind of toxic emotions, much like a fresh breeze clears away stagnant air in a closed room. When forgiveness begins, it helps shift our focus from pain to healing. Emotional burdens often cause us to replay negative experiences repeatedly, reinforcing feelings of anger and sadness. This mental replay keeps us trapped in the past. Forgiveness interrupts this pattern by redirecting our attention. It encourages us to stop ruminating and instead focus on healing, growth, and self-care. This change in mental focus is crucial because our thoughts shape our feelings and behaviors. Positive thinking fosters positive feelings, which motivate positive actions, creating a cycle of well-being. Forgiveness also restores energy that is often wasted on maintaining resentment. Holding on to anger is exhausting. The body remains in a state of heightened stress response, and the mind is preoccupied with grievances. This constant drain depletes motivation and joy, making it difficult to engage fully in life. When we forgive, we release that tension, allowing energy to flow freely toward productive and joyful endeavors. This renewed energy boosts creativity, problem solving, and interpersonal relationships, all of which contribute to a more positive life experience. Moreover, forgiveness promotes emotional balance. Unresolved pain can lead to mood swings, irritability, and emotional outbursts, which damage relationships and increase feelings of loneliness and negativity. By forgiving, we calm our emotional storms. We gain greater control over our reactions and develop resilience to life's challenges. This emotional stability fosters optimism and a hopeful outlook, which are essential components of positivity. Forgiveness also enhances mental health by reducing symptoms of depression and anxiety. Studies have shown that people who practice forgiveness experience lower levels of these conditions. This improvement is linked to the reduction in stress and negative emotions that forgiveness brings. When the mind is less burdened by past hurts, it can function more effectively, allowing individuals to think clearly, plan for the future, and maintain a sense of purpose. This mental health boost contributes significantly to a more positive and fulfilling life. Another important aspect is that forgiveness improves our relationships, which are key to our overall positivity and happiness. Resentment and grudges can create distance between us and others, fostering conflict and isolation. Forgiveness opens the door to reconciliation, understanding, and deeper connection. Healthy relationships provide support, joy, and a sense of belonging, all of which reinforce positive feelings. By releasing emotional burdens through forgiveness, we create healthier social environments that nurture our well-being. Forgiveness also encourages a shift in perspective that is essential for positivity. When we let go of resentment, we stop seeing ourselves as victims trapped by circumstances and begin to see ourselves as empowered individuals capable of choosing our response. This sense of agency enhances self-esteem and optimism. We recognize that while we cannot change the past, we have control over our present attitudes and actions. This empowerment fuels hope and a proactive approach to life. The act of forgiving also cultivates compassion and empathy, both for others and ourselves. Holding grudges often stems from anger and hurt that create barriers between us and those who have wronged us. Forgiveness softens these barriers and allows us to understand others' imperfections and motivations. This empathy reduces hostility and fosters a more positive emotional environment. Additionally, extending compassion to ourselves when we forgive our own mistakes nurtures self-love and acceptance, key elements of positivity. Forgiveness is also linked to spiritual and philosophical traditions that emphasize peace, love, and personal growth. Many teachings encourage forgiveness as a path to inner freedom and joy. Embracing forgiveness aligns us with these principles, bringing a sense of spiritual fulfillment and harmony. This spiritual connection strengthens our ability to maintain positivity, especially during difficult times. Practicing forgiveness can be supported through various methods such as mindfulness, meditation, journaling, or counseling. These practices help us process emotions, gain perspective, and cultivate the patience required for forgiveness. Through reflection and intentionality, forgiveness becomes a habit, gradually transforming our emotional landscape and making positivity a natural state. Importantly, forgiveness is a gift we give ourselves first and foremost. It is easy to think forgiveness benefits only the person forgiven, but its greatest impact is on the forgiver. By releasing the pains of the past, we liberate our minds and hearts, allowing happiness, peace, and positivity to take root. This freedom creates a ripple effect, improving all areas of life including health, relationships, and personal fulfillment. Forgiveness also fosters resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity. When we forgive, we stop carrying the emotional scars as weights and instead see them as lessons. This mindset strengthens our capacity to face future challenges with hope and optimism. Resilience nurtured by forgiveness supports sustained positivity even in the face of setbacks. Furthermore, forgiveness encourages us to live in the present moment. Past hurts often anchor us in what was, preventing full engagement with what is. Forgiveness frees us from this anchor, allowing us to appreciate life as it unfolds and to find joy in everyday moments. This present, focused awareness is a cornerstone of positive psychology and well-being. The cognitive freedom gained through forgiveness enhances creativity and problem-solving abilities. When the mind is cluttered with negative emotions, our thinking narrows and rigidifies. Forgiveness clears this mental clutter, opening pathways for new ideas, solutions, and perspectives. This creative flow fuels positivity by enabling us to approach life's challenges with innovation and enthusiasm. Forgiveness also influences how we set goals and pursue dreams. Emotional burdens from the past can make us hesitant or fearful of failure, undermining our motivation. Releasing these burdens through forgiveness rebuilds confidence and courage. We become more willing to take risks and embrace opportunities, fostering a forward-looking positive mindset. In addition, forgiveness strengthens our social support networks. Positive social interactions are vital for mental health and happiness. When forgiveness reduces interpersonal conflicts and fosters understanding, it creates a supportive community around us. These connections provide encouragement, validation, and joy, reinforcing the positivity that forgiveness initiates. Forgiveness also teaches patience and humility. Letting go of grudges often requires time and acceptance that healing is a process. This patience fosters tolerance and reduces frustration in our lives. Humility gained through forgiveness helps us recognize that everyone, including ourselves, is fallible, promoting kindness and reducing negativity. Finally, forgiveness encourages gratitude. When we release resentment, we become more aware of the positive aspects of our lives and relationships. This awareness cultivates gratitude, which is strongly linked to happiness and positivity. Gratitude shifts our focus from what we lack or what hurt us to what nourishes and uplifts us, creating a virtuous cycle of well-being. Through the powerful act of forgiveness, we unburden ourselves from the weight of the past. We clear our minds and hearts, making room for positive thoughts, renewed energy, emotional balance, and hope. Forgiveness transforms not only our internal world but also our relationships and how we engage with life, creating a foundation for lasting positivity and joy. Choosing forgiveness is a transformative act that fundamentally shifts your perspective on life, allowing you to move beyond the shadows of past pain and embrace a future filled with growth, hope, and opportunity. When you carry grudges or hold on to resentment, your view of the world becomes clouded by negativity, bitterness, and a sense of victimhood. This distorted perspective limits your ability to see the possibilities that lie ahead, trapping you in a cycle of suffering and stagnation. Forgiveness breaks these chains by changing how you interpret your experiences, empowering you to focus on what can be gained rather than what was lost. At the core of this transformation is the realization that holding on to anger and pain serves no productive purpose. While these emotions may feel justified and even necessary at times, they ultimately keep you tethered to the past, preventing you from living fully in the present. Forgiveness offers a release, a conscious choice to no longer let past wounds dictate your current emotional state or your outlook on life. This choice frees your mind from the fog of bitterness and opens it to fresh perspectives and new possibilities. Forgiveness allows you to see challenges and setbacks not as insurmountable obstacles or personal failures, but as opportunities for learning and growth. This shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset is crucial for developing resilience and optimism. Instead of being overwhelmed by pain or regret, you begin to view adversity as a catalyst for self-improvement and strength. This empowered perspective fuels motivation and a proactive attitude, encouraging you to take steps toward your goals and dreams rather than being paralyzed by fear or doubt. Moreover, forgiveness nurtures hope, the belief that better days lie ahead. Hope is a powerful emotional force that sustains us through difficulties and inspires perseverance. When you forgive, you cultivate hope by releasing the emotional burdens that weigh you down. Without the heavy load of resentment, you can envision a future filled with possibility and joy. This hopeful outlook energizes your spirit and encourages you to pursue positive changes in your life. Forgiveness also encourages a more compassionate view of others and yourself. When you let go of anger, you open your heart to understanding the complexities of human behavior, including your own. Recognizing that everyone makes mistakes and experiences pain fosters empathy, reducing harsh judgments and promoting kindness. This compassionate perspective softens the emotional barriers that isolate you, making it easier to build meaningful connections and experience a sense of belonging. By transforming your perspective, forgiveness shifts your focus from what cannot be changed to what can be created. Dwelling on past wrongs keeps you stuck in a narrative of victimhood, but forgiveness empowers you to rewrite your story. It invites you to center your attention on your values, aspirations, and the positive relationships in your life. This reframing enables you to direct your energy toward building a fulfilling and purposeful life. Forgiveness also enhances emotional freedom, which is essential for maintaining a positive outlook. When resentment and anger dominate your emotions, you are at the mercy of their fluctuations, leading to mood swings, stress, and negativity. Forgiveness calms these turbulent emotions by promoting acceptance and peace. This emotional stability allows you to approach life's challenges with greater equanimity and optimism. The perspective gained through forgiveness fosters gratitude as well. When you release bitterness, you become more attuned to the blessings and opportunities present in your life. Gratitude is a powerful antidote to negativity. It shifts your attention from scarcity to abundance, from loss to appreciation. This gratitude reinforces a positive mindset and encourages behaviors that further enhance well-being, such as generosity, kindness, and social engagement. Forgiveness also influences your sense of identity and self-worth. Holding on to past pain often leads to self-limiting beliefs and a negative self-image. Forgiveness challenges these narratives by affirming your inherent value beyond your mistakes or the wrongs done to you. This renewed self-respect strengthens your confidence and encourages you to pursue your potential without the weight of past burdens. In addition, forgiveness opens the door to creativity and innovation. A mind cluttered with resentment is less able to think flexibly or embrace new ideas. When you forgive, you clear mental space that fosters creativity and problem solving. This openness to new possibilities fuels a positive attitude and enables you to adapt to changing circumstances with resilience and enthusiasm. Forgiveness also enhances your ability to set and achieve goals. Emotional pain can create self-doubt and fear of failure, which undermine motivation and persistence. By choosing forgiveness, you reduce these fears and build a foundation of self-belief and hope. This foundation supports sustained effort toward your ambitions and helps you navigate setbacks with grace. Another crucial aspect is how forgiveness affects your social interactions and relationships. A perspective grounded in forgiveness encourages openness, trust, and cooperation. These qualities attract positive people and create supportive networks that reinforce your optimistic outlook. Healthy relationships provide emotional nourishment and reduce feelings of isolation, further boosting your positivity. Forgiveness also helps you develop patience and acceptance. Understanding that healing and growth take time fosters tolerance for yourself and others. This patience reduces frustration and disappointment, promoting a peaceful and positive approach to life's ups and downs. Furthermore, forgiveness encourages mindfulness, the practice of staying present and observing your thoughts and feelings without judgment. Mindfulness supports forgiveness by helping you recognize and release negative thought patterns. This awareness cultivates calmness and clarity, which are vital for maintaining a positive mindset. Forgiveness aligns with many spiritual teachings that emphasize love, mercy, and renewal. Embracing forgiveness connects you to these deeper principles, providing a sense of purpose and inner peace. This spiritual grounding strengthens your resolve to maintain positivity, even in challenging circumstances. The perspective shift brought about by forgiveness also impacts your physical health. Chronic stress from unresolved anger can contribute to ailments such as hypertension, insomnia, and weakened immunity. By reducing stress through forgiveness, you improve your overall well-being, which in turn supports a more positive and energetic life. Forgiveness encourages you to embrace vulnerability and authenticity. When you release resentment, you are more willing to be open and honest in your interactions. This authenticity fosters deeper connections and a greater sense of belonging, both of which enhance your positive outlook. Choosing forgiveness also cultivates resilience, the ability to recover from setbacks and adapt to change. This resilience is critical for maintaining positivity in the face of life's inevitable difficulties. Forgiveness strengthens your emotional resources, enabling you to bounce back more quickly and maintain hope. Moreover, forgiveness helps you cultivate a growth-oriented mindset, which views challenges as opportunities for development rather than threats. This mindset supports lifelong learning and continuous improvement, both of which contribute to a fulfilling and positive life. Forgiveness transforms your internal dialogue, replacing harsh criticism and blame with encouragement and understanding. This kinder inner voice nurtures self-esteem and motivates positive action, reinforcing an optimistic perspective. In addition, forgiveness facilitates emotional healing by addressing the root causes of negative feelings. It allows you to process pain in a healthy way rather than suppressing or denying it. This healing process is essential for developing genuine positivity that is resilient and sustainable. Forgiveness also helps you release attachments to resentment and grudges that drain your mental and emotional energy. Freeing yourself from these attachments replenishes your vitality and enthusiasm for life. The shift in perspective fostered by forgiveness encourages you to engage more fully with life's pleasures and joys. It opens your heart to experiences of love, gratitude, and wonder that enrich your daily existence. Forgiveness empowers you to take responsibility for your happiness, recognizing that it is not determined by past hurts, but by your current choices and attitudes. This empowerment is liberating and foundational for a positive outlook. By choosing forgiveness, you break free from the role of victim and embrace the role of creator in your life. This shift enables you to actively shape your future with hope and intention. Forgiveness nurtures a sense of peace that underlies positivity, providing a steady emotional foundation even amid life's uncertainties. This peace supports consistent optimism and joy. The perspective transformation that forgiveness brings also enhances your capacity for love and connection. By releasing bitterness, you open yourself to deeper relationships that further bolster positivity. Forgiveness encourages you to focus on solutions rather than problems, fostering a proactive and hopeful approach to challenges. It also helps you develop emotional maturity, equipping you to navigate complex feelings with grace and wisdom. This maturity strengthens your positive outlook. Forgiveness promotes a balanced view of life, acknowledging both difficulties and blessings without becoming overwhelmed by either. This balance supports sustainable positivity. Finally, forgiveness helps you cultivate humility and gratitude, recognizing the interconnectedness of all people and the value of each moment. These qualities deepen your appreciation for life and reinforce a positive, hopeful perspective. Through the transformative power of forgiveness, you reshape your worldview, freeing yourself from the grip of past pain and opening your heart and mind to growth, hope, and abundant opportunities. This shift in perspective is the foundation for living a vibrant, positive, and empowered life.